How to operate the Europa Edison oven. The control panel is like this. You press this button to get the control panel to come on. Just going through a few of the features, the temperature is displayed all the time, 30 degrees. This is a countdown timer. At the moment it's set at 20 and it's not going. If it is in operation, it will count down so you can see the time and the temperature from a distance. Going through each of the control panel, the steam button is here. When you want steam, this will turn the steam box on. So at the moment it's off, then it's on. This doesn't mean you will get steam in the oven, it just means the steam box will heat up. It will take about half an hour for the steam box to operate, to heat up. So what you do need to do is turn the oven on. If you're going to bake bread, turn this on, and that will enable the steam to work. This is the light button. The light's on, off, and on. All right. One thing with the steam, if you're not making bread, you're making cakes and no need for steam, turn this off. It will save power. All right. Going with the operation of the ovens, there is shortcuts, which I'll explain later in more detail. There's the temperature, and that means you can change the temperature. There's the top and bottom temperature percentages, which is shortcut here. Temperature, time. If you want to change the time, you can change the time. Steam, that's when the steam box is hot enough and the temperature is over 140, you'll be able to press steam to get an extra boost. Now, and this is the start-stop button here. Normally, anything that's flashing, you can change. So we go to, say, 6 seconds of steam, we press enter, it starts to flash, so we can change that down to, say, 4 seconds of steam, press enter, and it's locked in. Now, I'll go over here, we can move, each time we press the button, it moves across one. First one is off. Now that isn't meaning the oven's off. The oven is obviously on at the moment. That means if you press enter, you can go to economy setting. If you put in economy setting, the oven will work slightly, use less electricity and take a little bit longer to re-energize. So if you drop temperature because you've baked a large batch of product, it will take a little bit longer. It's up to you whether you use that function. Most people don't. Extra is an extra boost. You can put that on, and what it will do is heat up quicker for about 10 or 15 minutes. It will put extra power into the bottom and top elements. It will switch itself off after about 15 minutes. You shouldn't use it when you're actually baking because there will be more intensity in the stone and in the oven itself. So we'll go back to off and press enter. You go across here, and we've got the programs. There's 100 programs, and each you can lock. So you could have. Most people will use 5 or 10 programs, but you have up to 100. You can lock in a program, say for bread, maybe another one for rolls, maybe another one for pies, another one for muffins. So you can just, if, for instance, we enter, you go across to 1, and there's another program there. Program 2, you enter, and then you can make changes to that. So obviously you don't want 200 there. Change this to so you make changes. We'll go back to the program. So you can enter there, change that to 0 program, and that's all got the original one there. Menu, we'll press enter, and there are parameters that can be changed. They have keys, so there's passwords for those. They're for the technician, or sometimes if you need to make changes, we'll explain that. Usually the technician does it. Sometimes we might enable that, but generally that's for technicians to do. The next one across is the time and delay starts. We press enter, the time. So the time here is it's the 27th of the 2nd, 25. It's Thursday, 9:51. It's actually about 10 past 10. So what we'll do is we'll show you how to change it. You go over, press that, change to 10. Press it so it's flashing. When things are flashing, we can change it. It's actually 12 minutes past. Enter, and we go back. Now we're at the top. If we go here to start, you can do delayed starts. Now, at the moment it's off. If you want to do a delayed start, you have to put a time in. So, for instance, say we wanted to start at 6 a.m. on Monday, we press and it flashes, and we go for a time. Now, today's Thursday. That's not the delay from when you stop it, it's the actual time it will start. So it'll start at 6 a.m. if I put it on 6 a.m. So this will be set up to start 6 a.m. each day. Enter. Yep. Now, if we go over, Friday is off. All right, so what we're going to do is change that one to 6 a.m. as well, just for the sake of it. I'm getting bored, so I'm going to change it to 3 a.m. Press enter. We go back. Now, if we choose and we want the product, the oven to start tomorrow at 3 a.m., we press enter, change that to on, press enter, and now it's locked on. It's on delayed start. So we go back here, and now it's 10:30 a.m. It's going to start with program 0, and it'll start Friday 3 a.m. Now, say we set that up, so tomorrow it'll start. If we decide, oh look, actually we want to use the oven again, that's no problem. We can press enter, we go over to start, press enter, and we change that. So now we're back where we were. The next button is start. That will start the oven. So it doesn't start the oven's already going, everything's fine. But say it was up to temperature and you wanted to put some bread in, you've got 21 minutes, you might be doing bread rolls, 4 seconds. You open the oven, put the bread in, press start. So we just press enter, and now it starts. Now, if there was the steam box was up to temperature, that would count down 4, 3, 2, 1, and inject some steam. But because the temperature's below 140, it's not going to. But you can see this, it's counting, and it's counting down. So this, if we left it going. The important thing to do here, if you decide you want to make some changes, all right, so say we decide 250 is too hot. So we go over to 250, press enter, and we change that. All right. So we change it to 200 and press enter. That will be a temporary change. It won't change the program that we've got at 00. Because it thinks it's a temporary change. You might have decided there wasn't enough heat or there was too much heat, so you made a change. So, for instance, say we press stop, so we go back here and we turn the oven, that program, we decided to stop it, press stop, it's gone back to 250. It's an important thing because some people get confused, they think they made a change, but you can only make a change to the program when the program's not in process. And it's not in progress when you can tell when the clock's not going. All right. So the next button to concentrate is this one, which is the temperature. So we enter that, and it's quite easy to change. You know, we press there, might decide 220 is a better temperature, we press lock. These are the temperatures. This is the top elements, this is the bottom elements, and this is the front elements. There's extra elements at the front so that if you lose a little bit of heat at the front, it gives a little bit more so that it holds the temperature evenly through the oven. They're very easy to change. We go over here, press enter. Like anything, if it's flashing, we can change it. If it's not flashing, we can't. It's flashing, press enter, and it's locked in. We go across to the top one, and same again, we can change this down to 50, press enter, it's locked in. Usually the front has got a maximum of 20%. That means it come on 20% of the time, and it's just a bit of a boost. You don't need to have too much heat or it'll burn the products at the front. This is the time. We enter there, it starts to flash. We turn this to say 15 minutes, enter is locked. The next one. 4 seconds, we might decide we need 5 seconds steam, press enter, it's locked in. As I said before, I'll go over it quickly again. If you want to go to the shortcuts, instead of actually having to go all the way around, say to temperature or whatever, you can just press the temperature button and it goes there, and it's flashing so you can make the changes. Lock it in and you're right. If you want to change the time, you can change it quite easily. 17, press, and it's locked. Now this is in the 00, so that's the new program for there. You don't have to press save or anything like that. It's locked in automatically. As I said, one thing to remember is you won't get steam if this is off. That needs to be on for the steam box to heat up, and it does take about half an hour. Usually about the same time as it takes to heat up the oven, it will take to heat up the steam box. I think that's it. Have fun with your Europa Edison oven. Thank you.